Yo, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Today we're gonna be looking at the bigger brother of the reel that I did a few weeks back. So the reel I reviewed about a month ago was the Revo X. That was their budget reel, 99 bucks, really good quality. If you want to take a look at that review, I'll put it in the link right here. But today what we're gonna do is take a look at its bigger brother, this one right here, the Revo SX. It's a nice looking reel. So what I'll do, I'll go into the components, get into some of the stats, why I like it, and then see how it compares to maybe a reel you like if you're thinking about getting it. I'll kind of do a little bit of a comparison between the Revo SX, this version, which is the Gen 4, and I have a Gen 3 as well. And I'll compare it to the Abu Garcia Revo SX to see if I like it more. If I like it more, I'll let you know why, but this is my favorite reel I've had in a long time, so let's check it out. So just to get a close-up of this reel, it has like that glossy black finish on it. The handle is actually bigger on this one than the previous generation. I'll give you a comparison on that in a little while. You can definitely see this thing is a really nice looking reel. The paint on these usually stays for a long time. I haven't really had much of any paint on my Revos chip off over time. As far as the spool capacity, it is the same as the Revo X. So what you do get with this Revo SX is it has 6 more pounds of drag compared to the Revo X. The Revo X again is 100 bucks. This one is coming in at 159 before taxes. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. And if you are on a budget, I think the Revo X is great as well. That's why I'm probably gonna get a couple more of these and probably only one more of these. Just because off of the pure fact that it's cheaper and I'm still getting a quality reel. See here, you just got your star drag. Like I mentioned, this is a little bit wider, which is a good thing, so you can crank on some fish. Now this one, right here is the Revo SX, but it's the 3rd generation, so it's the previous generation. So if you take a look at the width of the handle, you definitely see that the newer model is a little bit longer. You go back and forth fishing with these, you do see a little bit of a difference. It's still not like uncomfortable to fish with the older version of it, but with this one it's just a little bit easier, especially when you get a big fish on or you're pulling it out of grass or something like that. I think the newer version over here looks a little bit better. I didn't really like this silver front. I wish it was all black, and they updated that to make it a little bit more sleeker on this new version. There are a few things that are different about this one. You're gonna have your tension knob like normal with the Abu Garcia emblem on there. Star drag. This one is the 8-0-1. This is the first reel that I've had that's 8-0-1. I usually fish 7-3-1, 6-6-1, somewhere around that area. And then if you really are wanting a slow crank, sometimes I use a 5-4-1, but I've only had one of those reels. So most of my reels are 7-3-1, but this one's a burner. Fastest reel I've used, so can't wait to use this thing again. I've only casted with this thing. I haven't caught anything yet. It's been freezing cold here in Florida as it has been around the rest of the country. Right here you do have your outside brake. One thing that they did upgrade, which I was happy about, they have a centrifugal brake on this one. Now most reels that you see, they have the little knob right here with a bar across. You pull that out, turn this part, and then you can get to your centrifugal brake. They made it really easy with this, so hopefully you can see that. But there's a little latch right here. You can just pop it down. And then all you do, go like that, lift it up. Go right here, you can take your spool out. So if you need to take the spool out and clean it or grease it, you can just lift it up, pops right back into place. Now you can see those 6 little prongs in there. With those little prongs, you can adjust them how you want. You can turn on 2 brakes, that's usually what I'm gonna do. Most people don't put all of them on inside. You can just adjust it with this part after you get that dialed in. When you put it back on there, it just goes back into place, and then you just pop it back in there. Another reason that I really like this is that it doesn't feel like much in your hand. So as far as the weight on this one, it's just under 8 ounces, so just a half a pound. I know that's not super light, but it's not horrible. So yeah, As far as this one, I really do like it. I like the look of it. They added the centrifugal brake in there, which is dope. I think it's awesome for a $159 reel. I know other ones are out there that have it too, but hey, I really like this reel to begin with without it. So now that it has it, it just makes it even better. The 24-pound drag is awesome. I think bringing in 33 inches of line on every turn with an 8-0-1 is gonna be crazy. I haven't really used them very much. For comparison, this 8-0-1 is gonna pull in a half a foot more line per turn. What is that? So yeah, I know a lot of people always wonder what the gear ratio means. All it means is if you spin this reel one time, this thing spins 8 times. The spool inside of it spins 8 times. Now this is 6-6-1. All it is one turn, 6.6 times around. When you're reeling in a fish to try to keep up with a fish swimming towards you, this is gonna be a lot easier to keep up with it than this. Now that has nothing to do with the model of the reel. It's just gear ratios. So if they made an 8-0-1 in this, I would probably buy it, but they don't. This one comes in 7-3-1. I think 5-4-1 and 6-6-1. I might be a little off on that, but I know it doesn't come in 8-0-1 unless I haven't seen it. But if you have, let me know because I'll buy one. I'm probably gonna be getting a couple more of these. These are probably gonna be my 2 reels that I use this year. I really like them. They're in the price range that's manageable. I can't spend $300 on a reel every time I want one. So I found a good happy medium with these two. Just for comparisons, I had the Revo SX, the Generation 3. This one's a little bit more expensive, so you think it would be better. But in my opinion, I really like the SX better. I get a lot more casting distance out of it. I've treated the reels exactly the same. They're both beat up because I've had these for a while. I've never been able to get as much casting distance out of this STX as I have with this guy. With the SX, even though this is the older model, it still casts further than this does. They're both same generation, but I've always been able to cast things further with the same line, same everything. Maybe I just got a dud with this STX, but I don't like it nowhere near as much as the SX, the older version. This newer version is even better than the SX of last year. Also, this Revo X is better than the STX, I think, and it's half the price. Maybe they're just getting better at making them overtime, but maybe I just got a dud. You never know if I got a lemon or anything like that, but I don't think I would buy a STX. I'll just stick with the X's, the Revo X from Abu Garcia or the Abu Garcia SX. Those are my 2 favorite. Now overall, why this is my favorite reel is just because you can use it in any situation. It comes in a lot of gear ratios. Also that it has that 24 pounds of drag, and when you really gotta winch some fish in. And also this big handle, I like it, so you can just crank on some fish when you really got to get them to the boat as quickly as possible, especially with like a 8-0-1. Now, if Abu Garcia came out with an 8-0-1 in this Revo X, you can best believe I'm going to be buying one at $100. If you guys have any suggestions for reels for me to try out at this price range, this one again is like $159, anywhere around there or cheaper. Let me know. I might try it out. I might do a review on it, see how I feel after a few weeks. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions on this Revo SX, let me know. I'll definitely answer as many questions as I can. Also make sure to like and subscribe. The tournament coming up here is a co-angler on Kissimmee Chain for a Bass Open. That's about 3 weeks away, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll do a tournament prep video. I'll probably do a video during the tournament. Hopefully we can do pretty well then. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll definitely catch you next time. All right, see ya.